All right, Andy, you want to start off with questions for Raheem?
Yeah, Raheem, I guess what is your reaction to being ruled eligible this year? What was that like those couple weeks in limbo where you didn't know?
It's just a great feeling. Coach Fu came to me with a big smile on his face. My whole unit was very excited. So when I seen that, I asked him like, "What's going on?" He said, "You better get ready to play." And that was just a special moment that I really needed.
Were you nervous for the weeks after they denied it initially? It sounded like Fuente said that they were kind of cautiously optimistic that you get improved, but this is your future that was being decided here.
I just trusted in everything that was going on. I had a great support staff behind me, just keeping me motivated. My unit, the RB room, was just standing behind me, telling me stay strong. They were praying for me, and my family is a really big key to me, and they was really having my back.
And if you could just go back to when you picked Virginia Tech originally, why did the Hokies rise to the top of your list?
I just love the program. I came here, I felt like it was family as soon as I came on campus. Coach Kill was here, which was my offensive coordinator. Also, I got Jafar is also like a big mentor to me coming out of high school.
Thank you.
All right, Mike Nizilik.
Yeah, Raheem, Coach said you're working kind of splitting your time with the running backs and wide receivers. Is that kind of how you've gone basically throughout your whole career, and it's nothing new to you? Basically, is that how you've always been, splitting your time with both position groups?
Yes, I'm a very, very versatile player. I could play running back and receiver. So with that, they are utilizing me with both of the position rooms.
How do you make that work? When you're doing two things at once, learning two positions, playing both spots, switching in practice. What's kind of the key to making that, getting the most out of practice and learning everything that you need to?
So I get extra film study with a lot of the coaches. So with them helping me, put me in positions to be successful.
And then what do you think of that running behind that veteran offensive line so far? What have you seen from that group?
It's a lot of holes open up. They're a great unit right there, a great group of guys. I also used to live with Brock. That was my first roommate when I first got on campus.
Thanks.
Mike Barber.
Start with Brock then. He went through kind of what you went through, but then it didn't work out for him in the end. How much did you guys talk about your experience kind of dealing with the NCAA process?
We talked about it a lot. He just told me always stay positive and everything. He was like a really supportive brother near me that I really could come to and talk to. And it was just a really special thing for me.
One of the hard things for, I think, a lot of players who are in that situation is they're not quite sure how the process works. For you, did you feel like it was clear what the NCAA was looking at and thinking about, or did you kind of feel like you were in the dark a little?
I just wanted to go with the process, just make sure I had the best thing to put me forward with everything. Just having the coaches pushing for me, and everything was just really successful with me.
And then I don't know if you heard me asking Khalil, but he has a similar story of shutting it down after 4 games. Tell me why you made that decision at Rutgers, and did you have to deal with kind of people speculating about why and what you were doing?
I mean, yeah, well, everything comes around. A lot of people was going to disagree with what you want to do and everything, but I had personal reasons for me to do what I had to do.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Tim Thomas.
Hey, Raheem, if I'm not mistaken, you arrived at Virginia Tech in January initially, if that's correct.
Yes.
How important were those couple months before everything shut down to your adjustment to life at Virginia Tech, and how have those months kind of helped you kind of adjust and build that chemistry for this upcoming season?
The adjustment went well. Coming from like a city where I'm like usually from Philadelphia and coming to Blacksburg was like a really big difference. So I had to get used to a lot of things. So with that, everything was just good. So I had a couple months to train just to see what I was going to be going through in the future before we had all this craziness.
And then if I'm not mistaken, Nasir Peoples went to the same high school as you. How important was that relationship into adapting to Blacksburg, to Virginia Tech? How important was he in helping you get adjusted?
He was very important in it. I look at Nasir like a brother. I look at Nasir as a little brother and everything. We went to the same high school. We talk every day. Since I've been here, he always had my back and I always got his back.
Thanks.
Anthony, did you have something else?
Hey, Raheem. Similar question that I asked Khalil, but obviously you're kind of new here at Virginia Tech and starting the season off against the biggest rival. You know, what have you heard about this rivalry with UVA? Obviously, last year's game, they took it for the first time in a while. What have you heard about this rivalry, and why are you excited to kind of get involved with it for the first time?
So there's a lot going on right now. I know they don't like us and we don't like them. So they have a cup that we need to get back. So we're working towards get that back. So I know a lot of my teammates just fired up and I got their back. They got my back. So we're going to get that trophy back.
Tim, you had a follow-up?
Yeah. How important has Jalen Holston been for you? Kind of Jalen Holston being a veteran guy who's been around the program. How important has he been in terms of learning the offense and getting adjusted to this program?
Jalen been nothing but a leader towards everybody. We got younger kids that came in also with us. Jalen stepped up to be a leader. He took over the room. He makes sure we on point with everything. If somebody had a question, we can ask Jalen. He'll come confirm the question, make sure we got everything right, what we need to do. So Jalen's like the big brother of the room right now.
Thanks.
Aaron McFarland.
Hey, Raheem. I see you were a criminal justice major at Rutgers. What spawned that interest in you? And obviously, it's an interesting time right now for law enforcement and in the country. I wonder if you have any thoughts on that.
So I had like a mentor at Rutgers that I really looked up to. He was a really nice guy. Helped me during my Rutgers period of time when I was there. Also was like our head coach, like personal little bodyguard. You know that the coach always got one. And I really built a strong relationship with him because I went to Rutgers as a bio major and just got around him. I like the stuff that he was doing and like the type of person he was. So that kind of like persuaded me to be a criminal justice major.
Hank Kurz.
Hey, Raheem, with no real obvious heir apparent to the tailback spot, what kind of opportunity does it feel like for you to have a big impact on this offense?
I just want to come in and contribute to my team to help them be successful, whatever way they want me to be, if I'm in the running back or if I'm in the slot. So whatever I can do to make my team successful, I'm just going to push to do that.
Do you prefer running back or wide receiver over the other, or both the same?
I like both the same. If I can do both, why not try to do both?
Thank you.
Mike Barber, you had a follow-up?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have my finger on the button. Raheem, just going back to when you decided to opt out after the 4 games at Rutgers, did you know you were leaving at that point?
It was a lot of talk going on in my family. We talked every day about it. They made sure I wanted to make the right decision that was based off me. They supported whatever I did, and that's really what I needed in my corner.
And sometimes the driving force behind getting these waivers and not getting them is how supportive your old school was. Do you have a sense of how supportive Rutgers was to getting you to play this year, or not supportive?
I really haven't paid no mind to what Rutgers was doing. I was just believing in the process that Coach Fu put in for me.
Thank you.
All right, a couple more. Jermaine Farrell.
How you doing, Raheem? Congratulations on the decision. Well deserved, sir. I got a question. Who do you pattern your game after? Is there like a running back or a particular player that you see out there that you try to pattern your game after, basically?
I look at like a Christian McCaffrey because he can also be at running back in the slot. And also I got one of my friends, DeAndre Swift, who just got drafted to the Detroit Lions. We also similar players alike too.
And then also one other thing is obviously you face some tough defenses in the Big Ten. I mean, there are some powerhouse teams. How you feel that'll prepare you playing down here in the ACC?
I feel like I'm just going to try to take every game game by game. I played against really big games in the Big Ten. I'm just going to try to like utilize everything I took from the Big Ten to the ACC.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Mike Nizilik, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Pete.
Andy.
Yeah, Raheem, I was wondering, what's Coach Lechtenberg like? We haven't really talked to him at all. What's his coaching style like?
Coach Lechtenberg is like a father figure. He's someone you can always come to when you're in need. I know when I first got here, he asked me like, You just gotta calm down, get comfortable and everything, because us coming from Philadelphia is very different. And coming to Blacksburg, where everybody was very nice to me and everything. Coach Lechtenberg is an outstanding person in the room, a great teacher, and a better mentor.
Okay, thanks everybody. We got to get Raheem moving to his next appointment, but I appreciate everyone's time and patience today. And we'll keep you posted once I know more about what game day might look like and our next availability. So thanks, Raheem.
Thank you, guys.